Happening now, New York plans to challenge a ruling that requires religious exemptions for the state's COVID-19 vaccine. What the governor has to say. Plus, a local school will be on the hook for a $1 million bill after the effort to forgive that district of their fine falls apart.
Well, it's not going to be as warm as it was yesterday, but we do have some lake effect rain showers to go through later in the week. We'll talk about it in detail next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now. This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
New York will appeal a judge's ruling that protects those with religious exemptions from the state's COVID-19 mandate for healthcare workers. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Governor Kathy Hochul announced her intentions just a few moments ago. Our Dante Roberts tuned into that live COVID-19 briefing and joins us now with more on this breaking development. Dante?
Justin, Governor Hochul announced this 24 hours after a federal judge in Utica ruled those with religious beliefs were exempt from the mandate. The order first took effect on September 27th, requiring doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers to get vaccinated or face termination. Several dozens of protests took place statewide, calling out the mandate, including at UPMC Chautauqua Hospital in Jamestown. Hochul has said all along the mandate is not to take away people's rights, but rather to protect those vulnerable to the virus.
And that has been the whole objective behind this mandate. I've said it's not something we wanted to do, it's something that this pandemic has forced us to do, and with the results we're looking for. So my responsibility has always been to protect the people of this state. I will be standing behind this mandate, and I will make sure that we are taking legal steps. We'll be appealing this in the Second Circuit. We'll be working on those papers right now.
Statewide statistics show that 85% of adults have had at least one dose, with nursing homes and hospitals reporting a 96% and 97% vaccination rate respectively. Hochul did briefly address staffing concerns surrounding the mandate, saying that only 3% of the workforce in hospitals, nursing homes, and healthcare positions are impacted. Live in studio, Dante Roberts, WNY News Now.
The Warren County School District's revised face mask policy will stay in place for at least another week or so after a federal judge agreed to delay today's scheduled court hearing on the matter. The judge granted a delay in the case to give the district a chance to reach an out-of-court settlement with a group of parents who filed a lawsuit claiming the district's policy was too lenient. Last week, the same judge issued a temporary restraining order telling Warren County school leaders their policy of letting kids get out of wearing a mask in school without a doctor's excuse violated the state's mask order. The federal court hearing has been rescheduled now for next Tuesday at 10 a.m. and face masks will still be required in the meantime. Well, a bill that would release the Panama Central School District from paying a $1.9 million fine from the New York State Education Department was vetoed by Governor Hochul. New York State Senator George Borrello in a statement says there's zero justification for diverting this critically needed education dollars away from the classroom to pay for a, quote, bureaucratic fine. Now, following Governor Hochul's veto announcement, the original $4.9 million fee was instituted because of an administrative error on the final cost report for a capital project, and Borrello says it was a financial blow to this small rural school district and its taxpayers. Senator Borrello was among those who lobbied for assistance to help mitigate the costs originally. Well, with Halloween getting closer, the Erie Zoo is getting ready for one of its biggest annual events. ZooBoo kicks off tonight, starting 3 weeks of spooky fun. The yearly party runs every Wednesday through Sunday night through October 30th. If you go, you can tour the zoo, collect all sorts of sweet treats, and enjoy a variety of family-friendly activities as well. Tickets range from $8 to $13 depending on if you're a zoo member, but you can also get a $2 discount on each ticket if you order in advance. Certainly looks like a lot of fun and a lot of happy kids from ZooBoos in the past. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We thank you for joining us here on Facebook Live. And for those of you who are watching us on channel 716 as well. It's great to see Mindy, good to see Rod, Anna, and Kathy as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. And one of the things that, of course, we're following today is the weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joining us now with a first look at that. And things are a little more gray out there today, Dakota.
Yes, they are. The clouds have really started to kind of sock in today, and this is pretty much going to be the story throughout the day. The Randolph Peaches and Cream Skycam shows you that we have those clouds in place. It's really mostly cloudy to overcast today, and this is the way it's going to be throughout much of the day. So don't expect much in the way of sunshine. In fact, you can see on the satellite and radar composite here, the clouds have really started to sock in across much of the western southern tier, and there will be a few peekaboo peaks of sun, but it's not going to be like we had yesterday or the past couple of days. So it's not going to be full-on raging sunshine, but there may be a few peaks later on today. 73 was the high yesterday. Started the day at 57, 82, and 20 are the record highs and lows for today. So through the afternoon, more clouds than sunshine, as we just told you. It will be a cooler day than it was yesterday, but still mild-ish. The average is 62, so this is still above average. 67 to 73 with a west to southwest wind. Now we do get into some lake effect rain showers later in the week, not uncommon this time of the year, and some of those showers could contain some rumbles on Friday. We'll time it all out with FutureScan and that 7-day forecast later on in the show. Justin?
I can't believe we're talking about thunder in October.
It's happened before.
Hey, yeah, and you'll keep us updated. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Thank you, Dakota. Well, the U.S. is easing travel restrictions for fully vaccinated visitors from Canada and Mexico. The first phase now starts in early November. It allows people traveling for non-essential reasons to cross the U.S. land borders if they show proof of vaccination. In January, the second phase begins. That will extend the vaccine requirement, so it also includes people traveling for what is called essential reasons as well. Well, New York State has allocated $7.4 million in federal funding, which are available to New York State County Emergency Management Agencies to support preparedness for various types of disasters. This announcement comes in response to the damages New York has seen over the past months due to natural disasters, especially those from Tropical Storm Fred and Hurricane Ida. Once the money is obtained, agencies can use it to support any efforts involving things like management, administration activities, planning, staffing of emergency management agencies, buying new equipment, training, and even exercises. Now, among the counties statewide, Chautauqua County is slated to receive $54,000. Well, coming up, supply chain issues continue. The new efforts now to try to get things moving before this holiday shopping rush. And later, the importance of fire safety taking center stage in Falconer. We hear the push from local first responders to help keep kids safe. Stay with us as WNY News Now.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Welcome to Honest John's Pizzeria, where you are the most important customer.
Everything from freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has it all.
And don't forget the ice cream!
Order online today or check out our 2 great locations with buffets ready for every appetite.
Don't I have the best job in the world?
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
The coroner who conducted Gabby Petito's autopsy now revealing new disturbing details in her homicide case. Reed Binion taking a closer look.
The Teton County Coroner Office is filing the following verdict in the death of Gabrielle Lenora Petito. We hereby find the cause and manner of death to be the cause, death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
Gabby Petito was strangled to death and was dead for 3 to 4 weeks before her body was found near a camping area in the Grand Teton National Park. That's according to an autopsy report from the Teton County Coroner in Wyoming.
Throttling means that that someone was strangled by human force. There was no mechanical force involved.
The coroner says law enforcement did take DNA samples from Petito's body.
In a situation like this, nothing is obvious. And so the cause of death required investigation.
Nearly a month after Petito's body was found, investigators searching for her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, still have not been able to find him. Following the release of the autopsy results, Laundrie's family released a statement through their attorney saying, quote, "Gabby Petito's death at such a young age is a tragedy." I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Reed, thank you. Well, the supply chain crisis is jacking up prices and slowing down economic recovery from COVID. Supplies hasn't been able to keep up with their demand, but that's only part of the issue here.
Partly because of factory shutdowns in China driven by Delta variant outbreaks, or now emissions targets requiring factories to shut down. On the U.S. side, the issue is much more with labor, so there's a shortage of longshore workers and truckers to actually get stuff off of shipping containers and into stores onto shelves.
Now, dozens of cargo ships are idling at 2 of the biggest ports here in the U.S. Today, President Biden plans to seek solutions when he meets with the heads of those ports and their workers' union, along with some large private sector companies. But experts warn there are dark clouds ahead, in part because there's no global effort to ensure the smooth operation of worldwide logistics and transportation networks. And that could mean a bumpy road ahead for at least the next few months. Well, plans for a historic spending bill that delivers on President Biden's agenda is still up for negotiation. As Caitlin Collin explains, President Biden now needs immediate round 2 of negotiations over what stays in and what will have to leave out.
We don't get too glum around here, even if things look challenging.
President Biden's challenges are piling up with his domestic agenda on the line.
We recognize the challenge of timing. That's why there's so much work happening behind the scenes.
Democrats are still divided over how to put the president's top priorities into law.
I'm not asking members to vote for something that has no chance to pass in the Senate.
House Speaker Pelosi conceding they will have to scale back their broad safety net ambitions and make tough choices about what to include.
I'm very disappointed that we're not going with the original $3.5 trillion. The fact is that if there are fewer dollars to spend, there are choices to be made.
The president navigating his party's internal split as he also faces other challenges with no easy solutions. Gas prices are skyrocketing, his poll numbers are falling, and new figures from the Labor Department show that nearly 3% of the U.S. workforce quit their jobs in August as companies grapple with a worker shortage.
People have decided they have more choices that they can make.
As the economy struggles to overcome the pandemic, more Americans are losing faith in the president when it comes to COVID-19. Only 45% of people now trust him to provide accurate information on coronavirus, down from 58% when he took office.
We've obviously been trying very hard. We're trying to get trusted messengers out there and try and get this away from being an ideological or political statement.
The Democrats' original wish list for the spending bill included everything from climate change to health care to education. Well, need an excuse to satisfy your sweet tooth before Halloween? Now you have one, because today is National M&M Day. You can celebrate the day by simply enjoying the candy with an M&M inspired bake sale or even party, offering such goodies as M&M brownies, cookies, and cupcakes. You can post your celebrations online using the hashtag National M&M Day. Now here's some fun facts about it, Dakota. Production of the candy began in 1941 at a New Jersey factory. Now the slogan, "Melt in your mouth, not only in your hands," was created in 1949. And they're easy to eat in space as well. In fact, they're reportedly the most eaten chocolate by astronauts while in space. And we just had a pretty cool space launch just half an hour ago. I wonder if they're chomping on some M&Ms. I sure would be. Let us know what you guys think about that down below. What is your favorite kind of M&M, Dakota? Are you an original guy, or do you have like a specific flavor that you like?
Peanuts.
Peanuts? Mm-hmm. I love the either the peanut butter one, or I'd have to go with peanuts, like any of the peanut type of thing. But the peanut butter is good. And
the only problem I have with the peanuts version of the M&Ms is you don't get as many.
That's true, because they're bigger.
So you don't get as many in a package. That's my only complaint I have with the peanut M&Ms.
First world problems. Right?
First world problems.
Yeah. It's good to see Linda. Good to see Pam, Travis, Carol, and Heather. Hopefully you're all enjoying yourself out there. Maybe snacking on some M&Ms today. The other favorite M&M I have you tried the pretzel M&Ms, Dakota?
I don't think so, no.
Those are good. They have a nice little like salty kind of kick to them. I kind of like over just regular M&Ms. But nevertheless, a lot of people will be out handing out probably some M&Ms during Halloween, which I know is coming up.
And don't ask about the forecast.
I know.
Because my answer is I don't know.
Too far away.
Nobody knows.
But probably not snow yet. At least looking at the trends we've had, it seems like we're never going to get snow. Which I say that now, and then
and then it'll snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at the high temperatures from yesterday, because we had talked about this, how we were going to be close to record highs. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, nobody did break their record highs. 80 was the official high in both Dunkirk and Buffalo yesterday, 73 here in town, and only 69 in Olean. And the highs yesterday were kept down because of the cloud cover. The clouds came in a bit sooner than we had expected. We were expecting at least a few more hours of sunshine yesterday, but the clouds really rolled in throughout the early afternoon, and that really had kind of capped the warming of the ground. So the temperatures really didn't go on past that. Lots of clouds downtown right now. 65 as a noon hour. A west wind of 8, so that's going to keep the Lake Erie shoreline a bit cooler today. And the dew point up to 58. So again, the dew point not so much a factor as it was the past couple of days. And the rain chances are going to be going up over the next several days. Notice Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we do have a good chance of seeing some rain showers. And these are going to be lake effect rain showers. Understand, lake effect rain is almost the exact same thing as lake effect snow. But the difference is it falls as rain instead of snow. The temperatures in the lower part of the atmosphere are still too warm to allow for snow, so that's going to fall as rain. But yeah, it's going to be localized rain showers over the next couple of days. And on Friday, there is a chance some of these could contain maybe some rumbles of thunder, maybe a thunderstorm or two. And the Storm Prediction Center has us under a low-end marginal risk, a level 1 on a scale of 1 to 5 across all of Western New York. And including Warren and Erie County, Pennsylvania's. And the main threat with these on Friday is mainly going to be some damaging winds, maybe some strong wind gusts, maybe some heavy rainfall as well. Again, lake effect rain, same deal as lake effect snow, can have some heavy bursts at times as well. So basically, this is part of what's going to be coming our way on Friday, but we are going to stay mainly dry over the next day or two. But it's still snowing up here, in parts of the Northwest here, and severe weather down across Oklahoma, Texas, big tornado issue down across that region last night, but no tornado issues around here. There could be a spotty shower through the afternoon. Future Scan, I believe, is well overdoing the amount of moisture, so there could be a spotty shower through the afternoon. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy to complete overcast. We'll see those clouds again thickening back up through the overnight hours. Tomorrow should be a nice day, partly to mostly sunny, but notice as we go throughout the next several frames here, we should mainly stay dry, maybe a spotty shower, but otherwise that's it. And again, the rain chances do come our way on Friday. So the inland areas today, we're likely going to stay in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees today. So it's still not as warm as it was, but it's still mild. Now, the next 7 days of your life. Boy, I'm up close. 73 should be the high on Friday with those lake effect rain showers. A soggy day Saturday and Sunday. Turns windy on Sunday as well, so it's going to be a brisk day. And we should turn somewhat drier towards the first half of next week. We'll take a break. Be right back.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Firefighters in Falconer are stressing the importance of checking smoke detectors and knowing what sounds they make so children can be safe. This is all part of a nationwide education effort during Fire Prevention Month. Our Alana Wingate has more on their message to those in the community.
Falconer Fire Department EMT and Fire Prevention Officer Katie Delahoy says that during online learning last year, teachers noticed students' smoke detectors chirping in the backgrounds of their Zoom sessions. Delahoy and her team usually visit schools to help shed light on the issue. However, the pandemic has made that tricky.
It's going to look different this year. We're not able to go into the schools with COVID. We're reaching out to the library this year. We're going to be doing story time at the library. Yet again, we're still doing fire prevention at the schools.
That's why she says it's so important to make sure children and their families are prepared for a fire emergency.
Number one is you want to make sure you know how to test your smoke detector. If you test your smoke detector, you're going to know the beep, and you're going to know that that's the sound that it's going to make if it's working. If you consistently hear a chirping noise over 30 seconds long, that's an indication that your battery is going to go dead.
Delahoy says it's very important for kids to know the different sounds, especially carbon monoxide detectors.
Something that's nationwide was realized was the amount of smoke detectors that are not properly installed, or batteries were chirping in the background because the smoke detector was dying, the batteries were dying.
According to the National Fire Prevention Association, over 40% of house fires that result in death are due to improperly installed smoke alarms or the fact that none were present.
It is a firefighter's worst nightmare to ever hear a fire go across with entrapment. If I can do that and I can reach the community the best I can and get this word out there, I want to be able to do that part to help prevent any entrapment.
The fire safety expert says it's also important to help those with special needs.
We reached out to Rich Bianco and worked with the ESA team. It's vital that any child with special needs understands we're their friends. We're there to help them.
Alana Wingate, WNY News Now.
Alana, thank you. Yes, such an important conversation to have with your kids. And I find that interesting that they really talked about it. I remember from my time as a tyke is that, you know, don't be afraid of firefighters. Make sure you change your smoke alarms on daylight savings time. I think you probably talk about that during your weather, Dakota, a little bit. And we have this in our heads, but a lot of times we forget about that. And I think it's interesting. They found out during COVID that they could hear the chirping, the teachers in the background of these Zoom meetings, and they're like, hey, you need to make sure that you take care of that. It's such an important thing. And one of the big things that I think we see, and as she mentioned in that report, is the fact that, you know, it's so quickly before a call of, you know, someone's just, hey, we have a house fire, but everybody's out, versus we have a house fire and there's probably somebody inside because they didn't know that their house was on fire. So it's just seconds really, really matter. And I know we were talking about this earlier this week, that there was a smoke alarm noise happening in our building. And you, Dakota, out of all the knowledge that you have, this is why we keep you around, because you actually know a little bit about fire systems and fire alarms.
One of my weird high school career ideas was I wanted to be a fire alarm technician.
Yeah.
Basically, a fire alarm technician is somebody who gets paid to go around to legally pull fire alarms, to test them, to make sure that things work properly, and to install these systems. And don't ask how this whole thing started. I don't even know, but I laugh at it now because it's kind of funny.
But now you know, you have this knowledge.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I have the knowledge of these fire alarm systems, how they work and whatnot. And, you know, and I have somewhat of the knowledge of the fire code and whatnot. But, you know, and I don't think it's something people really think about too much.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, you know, we should have a smoke alarm in our house, But technically you should have one in every room of the house. A lot of people normally just have one.
Yeah.
And they'll put it like in the living room, or they'll have two, like one downstairs and one in the hallway. But really every room should have a smoke detector in it. And the ones that I personally recommend are the ones that can be linked together.
Yes.
Because there's ones that you can get where if one detector goes off, it sets all of them off across the house. And those are the ones that I personally like, because then that way, if you're asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and God forbid something catches on fire, then the whole house can be alerted.
Right.
So.
Right. In seconds, it's so important. Good to see Steve. Good to see Debbie. Thanks so much for tuning in here on WNY News Now on Facebook Live. Join the conversation with us. Follow us at WNY News Now, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And for those of you watching us on channel 716 on Roku, hello. If you haven't downloaded that app yet, please add it to your channel lineup today. Such an important conversation for so many out there. And I imagine soon people, if they haven't already, will be ticking on their heat. And I know that contributes to some of this stuff.
Yeah, I know. But you might not need it tonight, though. 53 to 60, though. Partly to mostly cloudy. I think more clouds though, then at least cloud breaks. But at least the rain will hold off until Friday, Justin.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. At least, it's more seasonal, I guess. 60, I'll take it. That's window open kind of weather.
Right, but 60 is the average high. That should not be a low temperature this time of the year.
Right. We're cool, and we want the leaves to change. Maybe not. Let us know. Have a great day. That's it for us. We are back tomorrow.